Her butthole was open. It wouldn't. Phantom's first outing, she did good in the night. She ate all of her food as we refilled it. She drank her water, no scrapping. So we're going to go do our first ride. I'm gonna saddle her up. Got her boots on. That's as far as we've got. She's been brushed and we'll see how she does. Doesn't she look pretty in pink? Ooh. We're gonna leave her friends, which could be okay. It could be practicing it, or it could be a drama. We're gonna walk up to the top field. Oh. Her buddies are already calling her. We're gonna walk up to the top field, do some lunging first, and then plan is to ride. Of course, we gotta go up a real steep hill on the way. And Phantom, I don't know. Has she ever been up a hill? The way she walks, it's all part of that little proprioception piece that she does not have. I am sure this animal has never done hills. We're going out with all the horses. Here, she does not know any of these horses. They're all riding and I'm on the ground. I'm okay with being on the ground because we want to be successful. We're saddled. I've got my safety gear on. We're ready to go. But if we're at a clinic and all we do is groundwork and she learns that this is a happy, fun place, good.
Now the tests start. The question is, does she remember what we worked on last night? And did I have enough positive outcomes and end on a good enough note last night that she's starting off with, hey, this is a good place. You remember from last video, we had some struggles and now here's the test. We want things to be calm. I started small, walked around the field a bit, and then I led her over those logs, then progressed here to lunging over logs. Oh, and look at, don't love that. As soon as she's a little further away from me, she probably has more feelings of now Phantom has to, be in charge of Phantom. And that can be intimidating because there's a level that she definitely trusts me, which is great, but I don't want to be her mummy. I don't want her to be like her emotional support animal. I want her to feel independently secure. So, right, notice how as soon as it's lunging and there's the distance between us, how she gets a little more amped. So it's important to remind her that rest points can also be away from me. And now look at how quickly she's picking up on those rest points. So I don't need to drill it. If it's good, we're going to the next thing. Past the scary ditch from yesterday. Dun dun dun. Even this log was scary yesterday because it had quite the shadow on it. But then look at that.
No drama there at all.
Oh, am I ever proud of my horse remembering all of her rest points and all of her training today. Yesterday, okay, we had some hairy moments, but I threw a lot at her. And then look at that. She's going around here like she's an old pro. This is her second time out here in her life. And then look at that, horses running past her. That used to be a drama too. Okay, down banks, not so easy yet. There's a serious amount of computing that's going on in her head. Going down is always harder than going up. Just takes an extra level of coordination for the horse, and there's more impact on their bodies. Don't rush it. Reapproach, give them a chance. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Not even a hesitation.
We are partying. Couldn't be happier. This was a huge drama for her yesterday. I spent 20 minutes trying to get over it.
Wow. So much better.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And that did look way more organized too.
Yeah, because she's not panicking, so she's actually thinking it.
Party? That's so cute. That was really cute.
Boy, am I excited about the difference between yesterday and today. If you're interested to know more, go back through my videos and hit like and subscribe. Give me some comments. Let me know what you want to see. It definitely makes me feel validated when I can have a day one situation, which was difficult, right? Because there's a lot of difficult things. And then to go to today and have this much progress, this training program that we are doing is working. It is time to get on. She has not given me a single reason not to get on, not to proceed. She is answering with a resounding yes to all of my questions. I also want to assure you that I am in no way oh, this is going to definitely be easy and great and I'm so calm. No. I am both excited and nervous because, as we all know, there's a lot of unknowns. I'm just doing my best to look like a duck, cool on top, paddling beneath. Oh, first spook of the day right there, over a track in the grass. That indicator of, I don't think this horse has been out and about much. Yeah, she's been to racetracks and whatever, flat ground and things, but out in the wild, in the country? No, I really don't think so. Anyways, this is such a great group of people. They all were like, yeah, we'll walk with you and just like help you get your horse some confidence in the group. But Phantom was like, you know what? No, I don't need y'all. Toodles. And she just started trotting off ahead. This was not my choice. Not my choice. I would have walked. But Phantom's like, let's go. And I want to encourage her sense of let's leave the group. And I am confident, right? Because we know she started out as a very herd-bound, had huge separation anxiety. So I'm like, okay, hopefully the trot's fine, la la la. Being a duck, super calm on top, but inside I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then we just like went on our own for the rest of it because Phantom's like, nah, I've got things to do. So we just toured around and eventually kind of like ditched the group. But like, thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. This is an amazing group of people. They're all there like cheering us on, everyone on. It's like the most positive environment and the horses feed on that. They feed on how much we are their cheering squad. They love positive reinforcement. They love feeling awesome. Incoming sassy behavior number 2. Remember the right shoulder push issue we've talked about where she's kind of taken off on me through that right shoulder? Here it comes, here it comes. Ooh. I could feel it coming though. And I was able to just shut it down. These are the things that just come with time in the saddle. You can start to feel when your horse is going to do things and you get a lot quicker at preventing it versus, not recognizing she was doing that. Then she started running to the right shoulder. Then I'd have a way bigger problem. That tendency is going to be there for a while, but it's getting more manageable. Now coming up on some more shenanigans. Here it looked like she kind of just thought, maybe I'll just head towards the barn again. And then because she was in that heightened state of mind, here we go. Boom. Big spook. Almost lost me. Wow, did she ever catch me off guard there? Right at the moment when I was on the upbeat, out of the saddle, I was taking it for granted, forgetting she's young and green. Usually if you're gonna fall off the horse, you're gonna fall forward. And every time you fall forward because you weren't in the right position. Had I been sitting, would have sat that way better. So a little note to self, if I'm going to be doing any rising trot on a green horse, it's going to be very conservative. On to better things. A lovely trot off by ourselves, and I am making sure I'm a little more conservative in my rise, staying closer to the saddle, because there's a couple more spooks to come. Right there, that was 1. Here comes 2, sitting. La la, we're fine. And here comes another one where I get right back down on the bottom of the saddle there, quick. Ooh, now looky here, our trot's getting more through. We're getting some relaxation and stretching, telescoping of the neck, and I have to be brave and allow her to do that and trust that it's fine. Through this end of the field again, and the next stretch gets even longer, but you can see I'm staying tall and I'm staying close to the saddle. Making sure to add in rest points at the other end of the field and away from the other horses. All of the work prior coming together. Checking our traffic control stops. They are there, yes, check. I think we're ready to canter now. Since left lead is more confirmed, I'm gonna start with a left canter, and I had made sure we went past everything in the walk and the trot before I cantered past it. This is our second canter in the outdoors. I've cantered her a handful of times in the indoor, once outside at home. That is so good, so relaxed, rhythmic. She's even stretching the neck. Oh, I could end the day there, I really could. On to trying for a right lead canter, I set her up, and no, I let her lean a little bit to the right there. And if they're leaning on their right side, they will not get their right lead because they have to pick up that side of their body to get it. But she went into a canter, and as a green horse, I'm not gonna go, oh, no, that's wrong. We're gonna get to that point later in her training. I'm just gonna go, yay, look at you cantering calmly by yourself. And then we'll retry. We'll do a reattempt here, let's see. As I'm watching myself, I think I could have got my left shoulder back more to help her with that. And I think I was leaning down through my right shoulder too. Yeah, so maybe I didn't set her up the greatest. I was focusing maybe on her moving off my right leg, and I should have been focusing on position. Hey, see that there? I was in a good ready position for that spook. Here comes a horse trailer, notoriously very terrifying usually for horses to see a horse trailer drive by. So I'm gonna make sure she faces it when she comes in. I'm gonna keep her moving so she doesn't get like the freeze and panic. And then what I love to do is go towards it and then turn around and follow the trailer to give her that sense of confidence that she's kind of like pushing the trailer away from her. But you can see, yeah, she's getting excited, she's jigging. So I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna be in the ready position, just in case this escalates. At this point, I'm like, okay, she's fine. Dropping the head and neck. Let's go back to canter land. You can see me blocking a few of her attempts to canter because I knew they were going to be wrong. And then boom, there it is. Right lead, let's go. Walk, trot, canter, check, check, check. Now time to go over a little jump. I'm just letting her take a little look at it before I go. Coach Laurel's giving me some pointers. Temp number 1. And you can see her trying to push towards home. So, shut it down. If your horse is pushing out of a turn, you can do what we call a little counter flexion, which biomechanically brings the weight from the outside of the horse back to the inside. Here where she's pushing out, I turn her nose out, which forces her weight back onto her left shoulder, her inside shoulder, and helps me get around that turn. To end the day, I'm going to do a trot approach out of the water to a log. I like letting horses sniff around, drink, maybe even splash, because letting them be curious is a step away from fear and leads to acceptance and enjoyment even. But just remember, if they splash too much, they also may be considering rolling. So at some point, pull their head up. Trot approach to the jump, and this is our final jump of the day. Yay!
Phantom scared me. She was acting dopey and she looked like she hadn't gone to the bathroom. But now I see that she has. And her butthole was open. It wouldn't close. I'm sorry, Phantom. I am telling the world about this. She's going to hide in embarrassment. I got my friend who's a vet to come look at her. And we're so thankful she's here for these things. And she said, yes, she's maybe a little bit gassy. Like we need to monitor and we need to get some fluids in her. And so that's what we did. There, see, now she's more like herself because now she's looking at stuff and she nickered at me when I came. And I have some friends here who do endurance and they said usually that's exhaustion in a horse. When a horse is like absolutely completely exhausted, they like just can't even, close the sphincter. And so that was concerning to hear, but we looked at all of her vital signs and they were normal and she was eating. She wasn't eating out of her bail net. I don't think she liked her bail net, even though she eats on her bail net like all the time. So I took her hay out of the net and now I think she's okay. She's eating now. There she is, having a little snacking. She's got, this is beet pulp round number 2 with salt because I'm trying to get the electrolytes back in her. Crisis averted. Hopefully no Phantom. Yeah, that would be sad. Second morning here. And Phantom looks a lot better. She's in good spirits. She was happy to see me this morning. And now we're just doing a little hand walk. We don't ride till 2, so we have lots of time. And Ivy, her buddy back there, not happy that I just removed Phantom 20 meters from her pen. Having a little bit of a fit. It's temporary, Ivy. It's temporary, my girl. We're just doing a little hand walk. That's when your horse is cooped up in a small space. They're not moving. And they were designed to move. Is it 20 kilometers or 20 miles a day? A wild horse often does. So you can imagine them standing in a stall is not what they're designed to do, and then you can get all sorts of problems from them just standing around. So it's important when you take your horse out to an event that you take them out for walks throughout the day so that they're moving and their bodies are working the way they should. And walks can also include a little sneak and snacking. Right, Phantom? She's happy. Morning walk on the cross-country course. And Phantom is watching and learning from the horses warming up, jumping some jumps. And learning that she can be out and about and it's not all working all the time. And we're also trying to learn how to graze with the example of Diesel.
Very happily grazing.
Yes. And Phantom is not yet at that point. We're, considering it. Yeah, so it's our turn to ride. And apparently it's winter now. Yep. It was summer yesterday. It was plus 20. And now it's, I don't know, just above 0 and snowing. I don't like slippery footing. I do not at all like risking slippery footing, especially with a colt that is not very balanced and lacks proprioception. So if I don't get on today, that's okay.
A shorter warm-up needed on day 2. She started off in a calmer headspace, a couple of head snakes. Beyond that though, she was awesome. I just made sure I had both leads. There's left, here's right. Basically ready to go. Rest points are there. I love how confident she feels. She's not over jumping anything, just taking everything in stride, doing precisely what's asked. Had a little spook at this jump, jumped to crooked, and on the landing side, I discovered my saddle was loose because it started going off to the right. So you could see that real awkward, disgusting riding I had to do for a second where I pulled on her mouth and I went all crooked. That was just me trying to stay alive. There's a bit more variance in the terrain down here, so we're figuring out how to navigate very slight hills. And y'all who aren't from the middle of farmland Saskatchewan, you're laughing at us now, but I'll tell ya, we don't have hills. Wee bit of drama over here. You can see the horses leaving in the distance. She thought I'm gonna go with them, and it was on her right side, so the right shoulder was available to push. However, she obliged in not going when I said no, and I was able to reconvene, refocus, and point her at the tiny little log that we call a jump.
You gotta choose your path wisely here, Missy. Yeah, nice. Oh, gorgeous. Good girl. Good, and then a little stretch up, get the line. Heads up, Kyla. Stretch up. I'm here on purpose. Okay.
Yay! We'll leave it on that jump. Thank you for following. Please hit like and subscribe and tune in next week to see what happens at the next clinic.